This week is one of the craziest weeks I'm gonna have all. Let's start that again. Okay. This week is one of the craziest weeks I think I'm gonna have all year. You see, normally during a week we're either mostly in the office or mostly out on the shoot, but this particular week has a little bit of everything. We're shooting a bunch of locations for a client. We have meetings in the office. We have gear prep for a big mission next week. And then we're going down to Moab tomorrow for a test shoot so that we can prepare for the mission I just referenced in Spain. It's a little bit of everything, so I thought we'd do something a little different this week, and I'd take you along for the ride and show you how we kind of juggle everything and get it all done. Let's do it.
Do it.
Got my lunchbox. Let's go. So normally on a typical day, I usually get to my office around 9:30, 10. Obviously we're running a little later today between trying to film this and getting some gear together. Yeah, we got to head into the office today because we have a whole bunch of office work to do in addition to a meeting this afternoon, and then we have a whole bunch of gear prep that we got to do. All right, to the office. Welcome to the office. Hello, everyone. Are you hyped up? Ooh, a new camera. My labs don't. Oh yeah, there's. I can see it. That's why we. And of course, Nat and I have this like connection over our kids. Filter this list if you want to.
Yeah, I've done that on my right here, yeah.
So like you could just kind of go with all these people and be like, you know, who do I know? Do I know anybody like hunting brand? And I don't, like Jordan actually randomly messaged me and he was like, dude, I love your work, let's work together. And I was like, oh, well that was easy. You can also kind of like start to create your own like little list and be like, you know, who are the brands that, yeah.
For sure.
But you know, it's like that, if they're already doing that kind of stuff, what you discussed, Ryan, you're like, we still want that brand anthem, so let's dial in. There's so many levers we can. I think if, you know, there's questions that come up in the time, definitely. So obviously on a week where we have a bunch of shoots, it's really important for us to use the time to get all of our cameras assembled and test things out, make sure everything's working properly so that we don't arrive to a location and things aren't working. It's especially important this week because when we're down in Moab tomorrow, I'm actually using a camera that I've never used for the first time, which is this Canon C400. So Obviously super important for me to familiarize myself with it, understand how everything works, and that way we can hit the ground running. The other thing that's a little bit of a challenge on this particular shoot is that we're shooting with this insanely gigantic lens. We're shooting with this insanely gigantic lens, which is going to go on the front of this. So it's going to be kind of crazy, but it's not every day you get to use a lens that's this big. It'd be kind of fun. But this is one of the nice things about this space down here is that all of us share this huge gear room, and we can store our things and use this huge nice table in the center to get our gear all prepped and ready to go out to shoots. And obviously for our shoots this week for Visit Salt Lake, we actually have everything loaded here in this giant pack, which is awesome. So we have 2 camera bodies, lenses, actually have 2 drones in here, all the batteries and accessories, cards in the top, and this is a nice setup for this week because we can just drop the pack and get what we need out of here and keep moving. So. How can I get this cable? Hey Berkeley, how's it going? I am trying to track down a cable. I was going to see if you guys had this in stock. Okay, well, as is classic in the world of production, as we were prepping gear, we realized that some of the cameras that we're supposed to use for this shoot that was actually provided to us by the camera company didn't have the cables we needed. So we're now at the store to get what we need. And then in addition to that, we're supposed to be shooting this afternoon, and as you can see, we're about to get an epic thunderstorm, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to postpone that. And once again, this is just a day in the life. Everything changes suddenly, and it's awesome. All right, let's go find the cable we need for this. Oh, hey Pax. I think this is a mini XLR.
Okay, let me see what I got.
And am I going crazy?
No, it's working.
It's giving me phantom power and everything.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, God. Man, this thing is massive. Which means all right, so day got kind of blown up. It's beautiful now, but obviously had a thunderstorm come in, so we didn't shoot this afternoon. It happens, but we quickly shifted gears and got all the gear laid out and packed for Moab. We're just having some batteries charged over here, but you can see all the equipment we have kind of ready to go. The Inspire, the new Canon camera that we're using tomorrow, accessories, this ginormous lens. We got everything checked out and ready to go, and Mal's got her car filled with all the camping stuff, and my car is going to be with all the production stuff. So I think that's a close for today, and we'll be at it bright and early tomorrow morning to go to Moab. So, yeah, baby. Good morning. Super early. I think we were up like 3:30. Got the cars packed, got some coffee made, and we're about to hit the road to go to Moab so we can do our setup. And we'll be shooting this action sequence just a little over 24 hours from now. So let's go hit the road and let's go get it. All right, we're gassed up. Got some snacks. Always start every adventure at Adventure's first stop. And let's go get on the road, go down to Moab. All right, we made it down to Moab this morning. Got here around 9. Been on this location here at this boat ramp for about an hour. We've already put the Inspire up to just get a look at the line that we're shooting and met our athlete. And we're now getting ready to start shuttling cases and gear over in the pack rafts so that we can set up all of our flashes and everything that we need for Noah to get his shot tonight. And our wingsuit athlete is going to be jumping off this giant, I don't know, what's it called, mountain spire, and cruising down the ridge line right in front of us. So we're just kind of getting in position, ready to do it.
I can do hard things.
Interesting. I guess I don't need that part.
Who's giving us use of this?
Okay. All right. Thursday morning at 9:30, we just finished our crazy whirlwind of 24 hours down in Moab for our test shoot. So this was really important because we are going to Spain next week to assist my good friend Noah in his mission to try to capture an image that's never been captured before. And we just had all the things thrown at us in the last 24 hours. I mean, extreme heat, a crazy thunderstorm. We put equipment up this mountain in the dark scrambled down in the dark. I think we got back to our cars about midnight, slept 2 hours, and then got after it this morning for this wingsuit jump, and it was just crazy. And definitely most important thing is everyone was safe and all the equipment's good, and but there's definitely some things we have to work on before Spain to get it right, but that's why you do tests. So we're about to pack up everything and hopefully get on the road here in the next 20-30 minutes, because we have to race back to Salt Lake, ideally get a little nap in, and then we are shooting this evening for Visit Salt Lake. So the adventure this week continues. Let's go home. So we got back to the house from Moab probably about an hour ago. Obviously I wanted nothing more than to take a shower and crawl into bed for a little while, but our stuff was trashed. I mean, sand on everything, dust, mud. So we just spent the last hour cleaning every piece of gear, especially because we have a shoot tonight. It's not ideal timing, but we'll deal. So just got everything as clean as we could. And I think we can take a few hours to try to hunker down, make sure all of our cards are dumped and backed up in multiple places, and on to the next one. So we'll see you tonight for an ice rink shoot, Visit Salt Lake.
Okay.
Good. All right, we're Friday afternoon, just about 4 o'clock. We're here at a softball complex, baseball complex, and we're shooting another location for Visit Salt Lake. That's 2 of 5. I think originally this week we were supposed to do 5 of 7, so we got 2 of 7. So we bumped all the other ones that had to get rescheduled for various reasons to next week, but I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm still pretty smoked from the Moab mission and the lack of sleep and just doing all that stuff. Completely different kind of shoot and different mentality all the way around than something like this, which is quite a bit more straightforward. But I think this week really kind of sums up, what it is to be a creative freelancer. Assuming a job is within your skill set and your purview, then, typically we try to take stuff on if everything lines up. And we've talked in previous episodes about how we make those decisions, but between scrambling to get office work done and administrative stuff done, and then racing to a crazy mission like the shoot in Moab, to doing kind of much more straightforward stuff. These are all the kind of things I do. It just happened that this week everything kind of hit at the same time. So next week we'll clean up the rest of the locations for this particular campaign. And then we'll be into packing mode and prepping for a really big and really important mission in Spain. So we'll check in and talk about that coming up, and I hope you'll stick around for it. But just decided to do something a little different this week and kind of show what a typical week looks like. And it's, again, every week's a little bit different. Some were in the office more, some were in the field more. This one had a little bit of everything, but hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.